Hi everyone, how are you? This video is going to be a good one because one, my cat is in the picture and let's see how long he stays there. And two, I'm going to talk about some creative ways to raise money. Now, on my apps that I made, almost every entrepreneur has at some point asked or wondered how do they raise money, right? And there's kind of four ways, general ways to raise money. Fund like general fundraising, right? Loans, grants, investment, donations, and donations are crowdfunding usually. And I talk about those. I have videos for all those, but often, even after trying all those, people still don't raise money, and most people aren't able to raise money through those channels because those channels are pretty crowded and they're not always good. Like, do you really want to take a loan? Most people don't want to take a loan, or should not. Um, so in this video, I'm going to talk about some kind of like outside the box thinking you can do, uh, creative things you can do to raise a little bit of money, uh, and the cat will help me. I cat. Anyway, so one thing you can do, something that often works, is having sort of like events, right? Like I'll give you an example. When I had my website Come Hike, it was an outdoor hiking website, um, and I certainly didn't raise money from investors for it. It was, it wasn't a real business, right? But at the same time, I wanted to fund it, and what that site led itself really well to was outdoor events, right? So I ran really great events, really creative themed outdoor things, and I charge money sometimes for it. Not always, sometimes. And that actually, if it was pretty good because I got to meet people who were using my site and get their feedback. I got, integrated into that local community, which helped me with a lot of things like extra marketing, extra everything, and I got people to pay to attend the events, right? So I got revenue, some connections, feedback, exercise, and a bunch of other things, right? And that was actually just part of growing that business, right? So having that event series that I ran helped me to fund operations for the website, right? Now, what if you don't have events, right? A friend of mine is working with a company who creates products for bars, right? And they needed to raise money, and they were not able to raise money from investors. So what they did is they actually went to bars, to the actual physical bars, and they asked the owner, would you use this product? And if the owner said yes, and they were interested, then they asked, would you mind giving us 10, 50, $100, uh, you know, and we'll put that into creating the product, and then you'll have the product for free for more than that once it's live. And that worked. So you see, so if you have many potential customers that can pay, so that's one way, right? Get it from your potential customers. That actually leads into something really the best way to raise money, right? Because the best way to raise money is actually from your paying customers, because that's the most stable, most fundamental thing for your business. I mean, if you can get money from customers, then that's great. I mean, it almost validates the business. Um, so what other things people do? Um, you know, I like events. I kind of like events because first of all, I had a good experience with it, um, and they're so beneficial that almost you should have it, even if you're not raising money, right? They can help in so many ways. So I kind of like staying with events, but I gave you an example of how this other company raised money. Um, Sometimes it's a matter of reaching people who are passionate about what you're doing, right? If you already have an established community, you can reach out to them, get them to participate somehow, right? Sometimes these kind of things they are sort of related to collecting donations, because if you think about it, people who attended the hikes, for example, they almost were donors, right? Because that was a kind of small cash transaction, just like you would have in a donation. So sometimes, you know, think about how to blur the lines of, instead of, if you are asking for donations, especially crowdfunding, because a lot of crowdfunding campaigns, they don't really do well anymore because there's just too many people out there asking for free cash. and people are getting a little bit irritated and not donating as willingly. So what you can do is think of something creative or interesting you can do uh, for the people whom you are asking for money, instead of just asking for a handout. Because I'm getting emails like now a couple of times a week from different people raising money, trying to do crowdfunding. I mean, if you're not familiar with crowdfunding, you should watch my video on crowdfunding. It's a reasonable way to raise money, but it's being overdone right now. Like everyone's doing it, and it's annoying because, I mean, it's like people just asking for free cash. You know, did I ask anyone? No. Why are they asking me? So, so if you're doing crowdfunding, especially, try to think of something unique, fun, valuable that you can give to the people whom you're asking. Get them excited, because just asking is boring, and usually you're gonna get a no. So those are kind of like just ways to think about things, right? Be resourceful, be creative in how you raise money, right? And try to think of what are the advantages of your business. You know, what are the angles with which you can sort of um, try to raise money. And the closer you can get to having it be natural with uh, how you're going to end up raising revenue, earning revenue, the better. So that's sort of it. Just a little brief, very brief video about some creative ways to raise money. Um, and of course, one great way to raise money that is not creative at all, but effective, is to get a job or a part-time job. You can fund operations, and that way there's no risk on your part, right? You know that you're going to get paid. So you kind of there's no way that like sometimes if you invest in time and effort into trying to raise money from an investor or something like events or something creative, you just don't know what the result is going to be like. But here, if you get a job, then you do know the exact results. I mean, almost. So that's it. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting a lot more videos on how you can raise money, grow your business, get business ideas, plan your business. You get it. So please subscribe, and I'd be flattered and honored if you guys checked out my mobile apps that I create. They're they're all listed on problemio.com, and they're business planning and starting apps for Android, iOS, Kindle, the Nook. So please check them out, problemio.com, and please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next videos. Bye.